Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the most must-see weekly sports wrap-up show in all the land. Welcome to Around the Water Cooler. I am your host, Jason Hennington. We'll get with Andrew and Quincy in a minute, but right now I am enthralled with one of the Tigerettes, Miss Ashlyn Jurasic. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so you ladies are on a roll right now in basketball. So how does it feel to be doing so well so far this season?
It feels amazing just to be with this group of girls. The work we put in feels honored to be where we are right now.
Okay, so are you a senior this year?
Yes, sir.
So what do you feel like your biggest role on this team is?
Kind of to be the leader on the court, communicate, let them know where the defense or where the offense is cutting, just to be the communicator.
Okay, so what are some of your goals for the season?
District champs for sure, and make a good run in playoffs again.
Okay, now you recently signed to ETBU to
Yes,
go to
sir.
college, East Texas Baptist University, for those who don't know what that is. So you were telling me earlier about why you chose that school. So what was that reason?
The coaching staff, when I met them, it feels like a family when I got there. When I meant to go meet them, and the campus is a beautiful place, somewhere I see my future.
Okay, all right, so last thing, is there anything you want to tell the people of Thrall about the Tigerettes and why they need to pack this gym every week to come see y'all play?
Just gotta come out and see us play. It's a show when we go out there, and I like that.
All right, well, thank you again for joining us, and
Thank
good
you.
luck to you with everything. Good luck to you ladies the rest of the season. Y'all stay right there, and we will be right back.
We're across the street from the 1890 Ranch next to Jimmy John's. And remember, when you see this face, you're in the right place.
All right, welcome back. Shout out to the live studio audience. All right, we are staying warm right here on Around the Water Cooler. Great interview with Ashlyn Jurasic. So let's jump right into it, man. The Tigerettes basketball team, they continued their dominance, 73-33 over Holland.
Yeah.
And right now, they are sitting at 5-0 in district play. Andrew, you've got a chance to see this team up close.
Mm-hmm.
What did you see with this group?
Well, I saw them last night. They took care of business against Hearn. They had a lot of girls they could score. They're playing fantastic defensively. They're really attacking the basket, spreading the ball around. I see them going undefeated in district and hopefully making a deep run in the playoffs.
Okay. Now, Quincy, he said they're playing good defensively. How important is that for them in this district run?
Oh, man, that's huge, man. And, you see the transition of power. I mean, it used to be Thorndale used to kind of own this district, but now you see Thrall girls just starting to assert themselves in this district. That's the power.
All right. So let's move on over to the boys. So the boys now have 2 losses, but they did pick up a win last night over Hearn.
Mm-hmm.
So they're looking good, and they're back in the win column.
Yeah.
So talk about how great that is for them to get back in that win column.
It's great, especially getting your 20th win. I don't think they've had more than 20 wins in a long time with that program. They've got 4 guys who can consistently score in double figures. They play great defense. Coach Tyndall's got these guys really locked in, and hopefully they can challenge Thorndale to get the top spot in district.
Okay. So, all right. So Quincy, to win that district championship, how great would that be for them?
Oh, man, that would be, like I said, I mean, you would see that transition of power even with the boys. But you got to get through Thorndale. They've been the dominant force in the district. So, it remains to be seen what they're going to, come up with as they come into that second matchup.
All right. So they will be back on the road taking on Milano this Friday. So, I'm glad for that. All right. Moving on. Taylor, the Lady Ducks. They are on a roll. 8 straight victories. Yeah! They just picked up a big win. They just picked up big wins over Giddings and Caldwell. Andrew, just this Lady Ducks team. Why are they as good as they are?
Well, they played so many of these great teams in non-district play and tournaments. Coach Bailey has them ready, and it's showing. They have just dominated district play, and that's going to continue. They're going to make a deep run in the playoffs, and it's great to see so many different girls score, and they got great depth. Defensively, they can't be playing better either. I mean, they look amazing.
All right. So actually, now let's move over to the boys' side and talk a little bit about them. So they picked up a win over Giddings, but then they fell to Caldwell. Now, Quincy, this is a talented boys team, but we can't keep saying they're young. What do they need to do to pick themselves up and make a run in district?
I mean, guys just need to figure out their roles. I mean, somebody's got to be the trash guy. Somebody's got to rebound. We got to collectively lock down on defense. This team is too talented and too good to be struggling, I mean, like they are right now. But, I mean, they're kind of trying to find their footing. So we'll see as the district goes on, I mean, how they come out of it.
Okay. So this Friday, they will both be in Smithville. That's actually going to be a really good game to watch because Smithville coach used to be here in Tatum. So he'll be making his return. But y'all stay right there, and we'll be making our return here in just a minute.
Get up to speed with Hutto Fast Lube. We do oil changes, state inspections, brakes, tire repairs, and more. Right now, you can get $5 off any oil change or $10 off any flush or fluid change for new customers. But you must mention that you saw this ad on Around the Water Cooler. Hutto Fast Lube is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to noon. Stop by Hutto Fast Lube at 670 West Front Street, where Chris Stevenson is the AM, or give us a call at 512-846-2382. You can also visit our website, www.huttolubentire.com.
All right, and we are back. So let's get back into some more basketball, man. Hutto, the boys took care of business on senior night. They beat Copper's Cove 67-55. Andrew, you got a chance to watch this team. So tell me something interesting about these boys.
They got a lot of guys who can score. They spread the ball around. They're tenacious on defense. They looked really good against Copper's Cove. And it's unfortunate that they fell in overtime last night to Bryan, but I think they'll bounce back, especially when you play your big rival in Pflugerville-Weiss. That's going to be a huge game for them coming up.
Right. So they'll be back at home on Friday to take on Weiss. Now, the Lady Hippos, they picked up a district win 47-40 over Copper's Cove. Corpus Cove, whichever one it is. But then they fell last night to Bryan. So what is the outlook for these Lady Hippos?
I mean, well, you know, like they just got to find their stride. They got to find that that consistent level of play. I mean, like they're in a tough district, right? I mean, you talk about Cove, you talk about the Bryan teams. So they're in a tough district. So we got to just find a consistent level of play. They struggled last year. I mean, so now they have some talent, obviously, to where they can overcome some of these teams, but it's just got to be a consistent level of play.
Okay. All right. So they will be back on the road against Pflugerville-Weiss on Friday. So. All right. So let's go on down to Granger. The Lions, they picked up a non-district win over Valley Mills and then picked up another win last night against Bartlett. Now, Quincy, we know that Bartlett always has a good squad, always has a good program. So how important is it for Granger to pick up that win and in Bartlett?
I mean, well, Granger's kind of doing what they always do. They kind of scrap. Especially the girls. You think about basketball, and then you go to softball, and every sport, volleyball, they scrap. I mean, they scrap. They have that scrap mentality. They're going to get in there and get dirty.
They're lying.
They're lying. They're lying. You know. So they have that scrappers mentality to where they're going to give you their best. I mean, every time they take the court with you. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, if they can sneak in there and get one of those playoff spots.
Okay. Now, on the other side, the boys, they also picked up a win against Bartlett.
Well, the girls lost to Bartlett.
The girls lost to Bartlett. I'm sorry. The boys beat Bartlett. So, how big is that for them?
It's great going forward. Hopefully, these guys can sneak into the playoffs. They got guys who can really shoot the three. They've been great defensively all year. It's just a matter of if they can really step up on offense and get all these guys involved. I think they'll have a good shot at making the playoffs if they can put it together.
All right. All right. So that is going to wrap it up for the show. So we have Fact of the Week. You ready? Tug of war used to be an Olympic sport from 1900 to 1920. That's 5 different Olympic games. Tug of war was a sport. And you know what? I am challenging any of the newspapers under Granite Media Partners to a tug of war. I have the best tug of war team with my team here in Central Texas. So, anybody, if you want some, come get some. All right, we will see y'all next week.